Hey guys, another guide video. This time we're going to be doing Chroma for the 6x3. This is for more experienced players in the game. We're going to be going over the build, some of the tactics, how to spawn wisps, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go over the build here before we go into a hunt. This is the build I like to run with. This is a lot, personal preference comes hand in hand with Chroma. You can run really whatever you want as long as you have above or around 300% power strength and a decent amount of duration. So I like to run Deadeye. You can change this for enemy radar if you want. Yeah, there's a few mods you can change there. It doesn't really matter what you run. Power Drift for more power strength, obviously. And then I've got Streamline just for more efficiency. The reason I run Streamline for the efficiency is because your starting energy, 75% allows you to cast your third Vex armor at your base energy level, so you don't have to put any pads down at the start. Narrow-minded for more duration, transient fortitude, ability strength, and then I've just got a one-off cap continuity and one-off cap hand spring here, just for the increased duration and yeah, faster knockdown recovery. If I happen to go down before I need to shoot, I can get out faster. And then Umbral Vitality and Umbral Intensify for the health and more strength, and then Blind Rage last for the strength. I'm running Arcane Acceleration and Arcane Momentum. These go hand in hand with the Rubico. I can shoot very fast with the acceleration when it procs, and my momentum allows me to reload a lot faster. And we don't really need durability because Chroma's Vex armor gives him a lot of armor and durability. So that's Chroma. On our Rubico here, we're running a simple Chroma build. I like to run Vital Acceleration. Now this isn't necessary, but I like to fire fast. It helps me take out limbs faster, so that's why I've got that on. Hellfire and Stormbringer for our radiation. Split Chamber, more multi-shot. Vital Sense, your crit damage, very important. And then I've got a Riven here. This isn't the best Riven in the world, but it does the job. Gets my crit chance up to nearly 150% as well, so that's all nice. Gives you more multi-shot and heat as well. Point Strike for more crit chance, and then Prime Cryo rounds for the increased elemental damage, as cold does a lot of damage to Eidolon limbs behind radiation. Your secondary does not matter at all. I like to run with the Catch Moon, it's a personal favourite. You can run any single-handed secondary weapon, as we're going to be using Serrata as our melee. This is going to be used to help charge our Vex armor buff. So I've just put on Prime Pressure Point for the increased melee damage, and then Speed mods, Fury and Vice. Molten Impact, Power Throw, this is important, and Quick Return. These two allow you to throw the Serrata directly at the ground and it'll explode and deal self-damage, which is what charges your Vex armor. We're running Unairu as our focus. This is for Unairu Wisp. I'll get into more detail when we're actually doing the run as to why we need this. I'm sure many of you already know why we need this if we just read it. We can spawn wisps that will give our allies double damage on their amps. So that's why we're running that. Carrier Prime as our pet here. This is mainly for ammo case. Make sure you don't have vacuum on here either, as this will suck up all the wisps and your teammate won't be able to get any. So leave vacuum off, but make sure you have ammo case on. This is just so we can spam bullets and not have to worry about losing too much ammo. And then Archwing, same as usual. Our Ritzal here with durability, efficiency, range, flight speed. Just to blink about as fast as we can.
Check navigation.
And finally, our Operator. Same build as usual. X27, I would really suggest going X27. I would not take Proper on this. I find it much easier to take out Vonvalis with the Shraxon over the Proper, so I would highly recommend X27. If you feel more comfortable with 7.7, by all means go with it, but X27 works for me. Running Virtuous Shadow. Doesn't make much difference unless you are going to try helping out on the Teralyst shields. You can proc that and then help out with the Teralyst shield if you wish. I don't need to in this video. My teammates are competent enough to take down the shield fast enough. And then Magus Elevate and Magus Vigor again for the durability. Personal preference here. You can change to whatever you want. So that's it for that. We'll get into the video now of the hunt. Okay guys, so we're just waiting up here now in our Archwing. The sirens are going off. This gives us a good vantage spot for seeing where the Teralyst is going to spawn. Once he spawns, we're going to mark him, and we're going to get on with our fast charge. On the first run, I do a slightly different fast charge method to the other runs. I just seem to get Vonvolus easier this way. You'll see it in a second. But generally, our responsibilities as Chroma are going to be fast charging the first lure, so the Teralyst doesn't TP away, spawning wisps for our teammates so their amps do more damage, and also walking the Eidolons however we need to. This will be explained in a second. I'll do a separate video on how to walk the 6 Hydrolysts. Obviously there are 4 spawns where the Hydrolyst and Gantulyst can spawn, and I'll be covering each of those individually in a separate video.
There's no odds.
But for now, yeah, we'll just wait to see where the Teralyst is going to spawn.
Just lives long enough for Sun to go into fucking full ape shit mode.
Okay, I'm saying, what are the chances Earth gets hit by a big enough asteroid to wipe out humanity before the Sun?
Yeah, I'm pretty decent.
He's back there. We're going to dash off just to the left-hand side of this rock here. Come up, we see a Vonvolus spawn to the right-hand side. They're going to come to us. We'll pop them in order, and there's your load charged. And then we're going to dash over, get down, hit our Vex armor, throw our Serrata at the ground, and go straight into operator, start getting wisps down. Get ready to shoot. In this instance, our Trinity managed to pop the limb as well, since she'd been pre-charging. Get some wisps down, and then we're going to start stacking our combo counter on our Rubico. Our aim is to get to around 3.5 on our combo counter on our Rubico before we move on to the Gantulyst.
So just before the sun goes.
Keep our Vex armor up. Make sure your Vex armor does not run out, otherwise you will lose a fair amount of time. Keep building our combo counter. Get some more wisps down. You'll know if you're spawning wisps if you can see in the center of your screen a 4-cornered square outlined by triangles. The yellow triangles, as you can see there.
So what's gonna happen is the sun at the end of the
classifies as a hit marker, which is going to keep stacking.
Full ape shit mode, yes.
Yeah, but it's gonna become a red giant.
And there we go.
Grow enormously bigger into the
So now,
past orb.
as the Teralyst goes down, there's going to be some Vonvolus spawning underneath him. We're going to use our Shraxon to pop them. And the Trinity has kindly left us some more lures that we can charge here. You want to get at least 3 blue lures here. 3 fully charged lures before you move on to the Gantulyst. Otherwise, when you pop the first limb on the Gantulyst, he will TP away and you will lose way too much time. So there we go, we've got 3 charged already. Vonvolus are coming in, we're going to keep looking for them. We're up to 4 now, so we're just going to wait. Our Trinity can come in. Keep our Vex armor buff up. And as we kill it here, we're going to go into our Archwing, fly straight to the shrine, and when we land, we're going to be spamming X. And this holds our lures that spawn as soon as they get there so they don't fly off, because they're rather buggy at the moment. We're going to grab that, recast our Vex armor, get that back up to full before we put our shard in the shrine. As Chroma, we're going to put our shard in the shrine first every time. Now comes the hard part of spawning wisps. To spawn wisps on Hydrolyst and Gantulyst, you need to be up in the air, as you'll see in a second. For the fast spawn, you just want to dash 10 times, and then proc. As you can see there, we've got the hit markers. That means that wisps are spawning. For fast spawn, you have to wait for a bit for the Gantulyst to come out of the water before you can hit the limb. And my Trinity there shouting at me for not killing Vonvolusts, even though I don't really need to at this point. And then we're going to be shooting alternate limbs, left and right. This will keep him in the same spot. The way that works is if you shoot a limb on your left hand side, or the Eidolon's right hand side, the Eidolon will move to the right, and vice versa. If you shoot to your right, he'll move to the left.
I'm at 81.
I'm at 9.
We're just going to jump up close here. It's a bit harder to spawn wisps for Gantulyst and Hydrolyst. They have much more confusing hitboxes.
New
Pick up the
meta
shard
kill
in
the worst
operator.
with dash.
We're going to pre-fire a bit as well
Are you
before,
shooting as well,
since we have that Vile acceleration on, we can fire a bit faster,
Oh,
I'm shooting,
take out the
don't
limb
worry
as soon
about
as
it,
it's
man.
ready.
I'm always shooting. Let's fight for Trinity for the numbers.
So just keep procking.
Let's go. Pop the upper link. Let's go. Do it. Do the thing.
In terms of spawning wisps at the start, as you saw, we had a long spawn this time.
Do we have a proper?
10 dashes straight to the end.
No, I can't. I'm gonna have to like jump.
And then, yeah, spam your E as you go down. And now we're going to fire under the Gantulyst. Some Vonvalists will spawn underneath him now.
Nice. The Gucci.
So yeah, we're just going to go around and pick up some ammo so we don't run out. Keep building our combo counter. We're up to 4 times now. That's as high as you'll get it. So at this point, I'm just shooting it out of boredom.
Or this you can hold and I can spam. I don't know how.
Keep
how
our
big
Vex
the
armor
thing
up
is,
at all times.
61 up to 65.
yeah, then yeah.
Do order.
Okay.
Do order. I think order's best.
Nah,
Do
this is spam. Just spam X on shrine.
Spam or hold?
Spam.
Get our
just
Harrow
spam
buff
X.
now. Gonna come up behind the shields that the Vault places
I'll
for
go
us.
last, just
Yeah, well,
to be
that's
safe.
Pre-fire a bit.
with spamming.
In this instance, we got blocked.
Just spam it
But we
until you
reset
see the
quite
first
quickly since
sign
we had
of the
arcane
first
momentum.
target. When you see the first sharding, just stop spamming. It's not that hard, man. Like, and I'm
Hold
sure
our
we have at
lures.
least double digits of it. Am I right? Is
This time it wasn't us. It was the Trinity's lure that connected first.
Digit what?
Yeah, I see.
And we're going to put our shard in first again.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
This time we get a
Yeah,
close
just
right
spam
spawn.
actually. Yeah, I'm so fucking good, yeah.
So we're going to dash up and to the right and spam E again. There we go, we got 2 down. And spam the limb. Get on the knee. Get some more wisps down. At this point we don't need to be stacking our combo counter, but I'm doing it anyway. And again, we're just going to alternate limbs now,
Wow, that was a preemptive shot. Holy shit, man.
just to keep him in the same spot. This also helps the Vault out, as he doesn't have to keep placing shields all over the place.
The Harrow.
Limb down.
The mark blur.
And we're going to repeat this process over and over now, making sure our Vex armor is up at all times.
What did we do, dude?
Some of you may be wondering why I'm running green as my energy color. Improves reload speed.
Heal shields
You can
because
run
they
whatever
have
energy
stacks.
color you want. I just like green just in
And they're
case I
much
need to
at the
use
end
it
time anyway.
to improve my reload. I don't often use it,
Nice.
it does help. I have enough durability as it is, so orange won't do much for me.
Nice.
He's
He's
sliding.
He's
Yeah,
doing
I got the
fucking
same
moonwalk.
shit.
And we're just going to keep repeating the process here.
What happens when he dies too fast, I think, when you pop the link over there. Tell us when to shoot, Jack.
Shoot.
I just think you can complete gas and shot early.
If you hold your other lure, I'll take. So what we're doing here is just a bit, just to make things a bit easier for us. The allied lure is the one connected to the shoulder limbs, which means it's the one carrying the loot. So my Trinity here is going to drop me the other 2, and she's going to take the single lure with the loot, which she'll hold in front of the gate. And then we'll just pick that up, dash straight through. Oh god, dude, what the fuck is going on?
Nice, Jack.
So he's standing back up here, which can get behind the shield,
Chroma after a week of not playing Warframe.
and spam.
Nice.
And there we go, we got the kill.
Exactly what we needed.
Archwing back to the gate.
And
Get in the
it's
gate to
up
keep
you
it
should
open.
do so because the Master is gonna hit us next year.
What?
I'm actually surprised you believe this.
We've taken the other 2 lures just in case it bugs. But there you go. Out. And since we're Chroma, we're going to have to re-enter. And restart the mission. And then I'm going to switch clips. And we're going to go over to a very near perfect run. Just to show how fast you can be with just without any pre-charge.
Deep belch, or is it like
So we're just entering here. This is our 4th or 5th run, I think, that we got this.
Dutch. Hold on,
We're going to fast charge slightly different here, just go straight to the lure, hover back over the river. I just saw Vonbalist to the right, so we're going to come down. Get them into spectral mode with the Shraxin, dash through them. That will charge the lure. Come down, get our Vex armor charged, and then get Wisps down for our teammates. And then we're going to get ready to shoot. And there we go. Very fast shields if you can get your Wisps down in time. And then we're going to start stacking our Rubico combo counter again.
That's one complicated name, though. I like it, I like it a lot. Every name that's like impossible to pronounce in another language is perfect.
As you can see, shooting alternate limbs, moving him backwards and forwards, keep him in the same spot.
That's why I like my last name. Fucking impossible to pronounce by anybody who's actually not from Balkan or anybody who's not from like a Slavic country.
Keep stacking our combo counter. We're up to just over. Yeah, we just passed 3.5 there. Get more Wisps down.
I'm all charged, Cab, so you just come whenever.
Yeah, okay.
And there we go, Teralyst down now. Just for some timestamp references, where you should be for a 6 cap, you can check your mission timer by holding tab. At this point, once you shoot the last limb of the Teralyst, you want your timer to read 130 or below. On this run it was 126. So we're 4 seconds ahead of time for a 6 cap. .125 is a perfect start, but you saw we lost a bit of time on that last limb there, took a while to go down. We're going to shoot under with our Shraxin again, since the Vonbalist is spawning under his feet to help charge the lures.
every time I play with the EU players, I feel so uneducated.
And spam. And then we're going to go into our Archwing, as we did before, and TP the lures over to the shrine,
Like, all I know about
where
Wood
we're going to
is that
spam
it
X
rains a lot. And I don't know anything about
and hold the
where
lures
Kubu lives at all.
in
I
place.
don't even know where it is on the map. Like
Oh my
somewhere,
god.
it's somewhere in
That's
eastern.
And then we're going to make sure that the other
it's
lure is
eastern
following
Germany,
us,
I'm pretty sure. Southeast, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
and put our shot in first.
So it's like near Italy, maybe.
I think we get
around
another
there.
close right here. There we go. Out and to the right. Spam E. I think we already got one down there.
It looks fucked up. Everything is squished in, and there's like little parts that jut out and stuff. It's hard to.
And then we're just going to spam our Wisps, repeat the process.
Parts at the bottom that actually like stick out.
There's the boot where Italy is.
So now we're going to hit a limb on the left side.
I don't know any of the.
In that
parts of the
instance,
map to the right.
my teammates killed the limb with
I
their
only
alert,
know
with their
Spain juts
amp.
out,
Sorry.
like Spain and France, and then there's the boot.
Yeah, and then after the boot there is another like another part that's sticking out, and that's where I.
Here you go, get knocked over here.
So it's right
Thanks
next
to momentum,
the
I
boot,
get a
but
quick
not connected
recharge,
by land.
reload. Sorry,
There's water in between.
and
us.
then I can instantly
You
shoot
can
the
move
limb.
boot.
Persia.
It's before Persia, much more before Persia. There's like another fucking.
But it used to
chunk
be
of land.
Persia a long time ago.
No, it didn't. used to be.
Persia invaded
I'm just going to keep going,
Greece from there. No.
like so.
Okay, so where the fuck is Greece? Because you got Italy and then Greece is.
Having some interesting
Yeah,
conversation
I'm
as well.
above Greece.
Help pass the time.
I'm saying I'm not sure where Greece is in relation to Italy. I have to get a map.
Sup doesn't know where Greece is.
So it's kind of a.
Give me a week and I'm gonna know more about European geography than
Last
any
limb
of
now.
you do.
Even the one that's studying
Yeah,
geography.
the guy that's actually studying. Yeah.
And
No, I
I hate
mean,
not knowing this stuff. It drives me
No,
nuts.
I mean, I can't blame you. I mean, I don't know jack shit about fucking
Yeah,
NA.
states, I can't.
And I'm just going to shoot under the legs here again with the Shraxin. Pop some of those Vonbalists.
It's all one country, really. I mean, like, what does it make a difference what state is which state?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I can name most of the
Mate,
provinces.
all
in
these
Canada,
general
but who
trivia
cares, really?
questions that come up about states in America. throw
Just
me
going to look for
into-
some more ammo.
It's where I lose all my pub quizzes, you know.
The ammo will always drop along,
Reading about the Canadian
well,
guy who was
underneath
like-
where his limbs would have been.
he had a
So they're
friend
right
who
on the
was
coast here.
From the south, and he would call him a Yankee because he's from
Keep checking our
America,
combo
we're all
counter
Yankees.
even though we
And
don't
the
need
dude from
to.
the south
4
what's
really
really
is the
pissed
maximum
about it
you should
is,
get to,
you know,
really.
It doesn't identify as a Yankee.
4, you get to 4 times at about
He's like, I don't
240
give a
combo
fuck, yo,
counter.
Yankees
Your
win.
TP, by the way.
I think 4.5 times starts at
Now you actually
720, so
confuse me. Who the fuck are Yankees?
not really worth it.
Indians or
I'm just going to
something?
spam
What
there,
the
head
hell?
back to the shrine with Arla, and
It's
spam X
not,
again to
though.
hold.
Like
It's
here,
not. No,
Yankee
Yankees
means
are like-
here Yankee means people from like the north.
And then yeah,
who
we're going to
fought
pick up
against the
our
people in the south in the Civil
shards
War. So like
and our
you
arcane,
wouldn't call
head back
someone
up to the
from
shrine.
Georgia a Yankee,
We're
they
putting in
wouldn't
first
like that.
again, obviously. Now this time we're going to get a third spawn, which is mid-right. This is one of the hardest ones to get wisps on. Rule of thumb, you dash 5 times forward, and then you dash 1 diagonally to the right.
No, for
diagonally
real, like,
right,
why
and then
did
you
fight
spam.
with each other? What the hell
We
happened?
only got 1 there because we went
Mostly
slightly too
other
far,
slavery
but
and some
that's the
well, I
pathing
mean,
you
there's
need.
Some other stuff tied up in there.
So
but it's
slavery as
mostly-
in like you took my slaves, so I'm gonna fucking murder you, or
No, slavery is in like the top half wanted slavery abolished and the bottom half
And then we're going to
not so much.
repeat the same process as
What?
before,
And
keep
you're the
spawning our
bottom half,
wisps.
right?
Yeah, well, kind of. Virginia's sort of in the middle, so is Maryland. I mean, like they could have gone either way. Virginia and I think Maryland was. I don't know. I think that actually, I'm not actually sure about Maryland, which is pretty sad because I used to live there.
If you're lazy, you can use a macro through
It was
Razor,
actually split,
Synapse,
Like I don't think.
just so you can
Virginia
spam
fought.
out shots without having to click your mouse too
I
much.
don't know. That's a pretty in-depth question.
I
to
don't
be honest.
use macros personally. I am clicking this fast.
Technically, I think Virginia was Confederate, but I'm not sure that it actually worked out that way. I'm not certain.
So just gonna keep going here.
See, I don't know actually about NA, so it's fine. If you don't know.
Our timestamp for the end of Hydrolyst for a good 6x3 should be sub 720, 720 or below is good. And I think here we get 709, which is very quick.
The lower half, and that's about it.
So just coming to the end here, last limb.
Oh, 709.
709 at the end there.
Yikes, man.
In
how
loads
is
of
this
time.
fast?
We got 2 double shards.
So that's a basic guide to the main runs in Chroma. There's a lot of stuff to cover, so I apologise if I missed anything in this video. I am going to do another video,
It's gonna be like
hopefully
15
soon,
or something.
on
Yeah, be like 820.
just the different methods of walking the 6th Hydrolyst, because obviously it's very difficult to get a run where you'll have enough time to comfortably take
No, we
out
got
the 6th
15
Hydrolyst without
16,
sunrise.
16.
Wait,
So I'll be doing another video
Yeah, we got 2 more
explaining how
rounds.
to walk the Hydrolyst away from the water so that he doesn't
No, yeah, we
become
got 2 more
invulnerable and
rounds.
you can't kill him on each different spawn. There's 4 spawns in total.
Should be like 15
But yeah, until
minutes
then,
and 40 seconds,
I
so
think
yeah.
that'll do it for Chroma. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you.
Pretty fucking fast.
But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very
Most
much.
time we lost was on that fucking Teralyst. We didn't get the.
That was still an 823.
We still have that too. It's gonna be like 820 for me, I think.
21, 22, 23. 24.
19, and we got the grace.
And we got a grace.
That's
Mhm.
still not the. I think the quickest run I was in is just because I was so glad.